So you'll have a fearful experience while you're sleeping. You might wake up from it. You might find that your heart rate is very high, or that you're sweating, or that you feel a general sense of unease and anxiety. Hi, I'm Nikki Crowley, director of the Penn State Neuroscience Institute. We don't actually know what nightmares are. We know that they occur during sleep. We know that they occur during rapid eye movement sleep, and they probably likely involve sort of our overall brain circuit of fear, but nobody actually knows what's happening during a nightmare. Fear is such an interesting phenomenon because it's something that we need to experience. We need to appropriately process sort of the risk and reward in our environment for safety reasons and also for reinforcement reasons. What's also interesting about fear is it's encoded in some of the oldest parts of our brain. So it's very likely that all animals experience fear.
So dreams don't seem to be required, yet it's something that's common across the entire animal kingdom, and it's something that we naturally have. And if you take a person and you prevent them from you wake them up every time they go into REM sleep, when you give them the opportunity to go into REM sleep, they go into a lot more. So it seems to be sort of a natural homeostatic mechanism in your body is to dream, but we seem to be able to survive without them. My name is Patrick Drew. I'm a professor of engineering science and mechanics at Penn State University. When we have nightmares, this can be driven by just random things. Normal people have somewhere between a dozen to 24 nightmares a year. But you can have more nightmares due to bad experiences, traumatic experiences, but other things that happen to us can also cause nightmares. For example, being too warm, that can cause nightmares. Certain drugs that we take can increase the incidence of nightmares. So we know that they're a biological phenomenon. If you had a very traumatic or frightening experience, that can drive nightmares, which are very frightful, frightening and fear-inducing dreams that can cause a lot of distress. We've all had an experience like this where we've awoken from sleep and we were terrified, and we might spend the next hour or two very, very upset about something that only happened in our head, yet it still seems very real.
We want to understand the brain in its best states, like happiness, because we also want to understand what's going wrong when it's broken. So if we know what the optimal state of your brain is, what healthy happiness looks like, what healthy dreaming looks like, what healthy sleep looks like, that can help us inform and solve what is gone awry in various disorders and diseases that might have components disrupted with sleep, like things like Alzheimer's disease. That we use to look at the electrical activity of individual neurons in the brain. System. Everybody had watched it, and now nobody has seen it because they're younger than the show. We're just watching you.
I'm just counting to make sure I have.